My name's Mercy Lago. I'm the operations manager at Ziba Pengo Initiative. Ziba Pengo Initiative is just a simple Swahili word meaning filling the gap. So the reason why we went the Swahili way is because it looks nice and also sweet when you pronounce it in Swahili. And we are here to ziba pengo zote that exists in the community. Yeah, so here at Ziba Pengo, HES, that is Household Economic Strengthenings, entails three major activities. Number one, we have the savings. Number two, we have financial education. And then number three, we have income generating activities.
Welcome to Chombo Media. This is Beyond the Cause show. Here, we look deeper into the impact of various organizations and the cause they represent. I'll be your host, Peter Achieng. Once again, we are privileged to host Ziba Pengo Initiative Operations Manager, who is going to introduce herself, then we take it from there. Welcome once again, because I'm sure there's somebody somewhere there who has forgotten what? Your name. Kindly introduce yourself, then we proceed from there.
Thank you so much, Peter. My name's Mercy Lago. I'm the operations manager at Ziba Pengo Initiative.
Why is it that mulikuja na jina Ziba Pengo Initiative? Yani it mean a Kiswahili word.
Okay, Ziba Pengo Initiative is just a simple Swahili word meaning filling the gap. So the reason why we went the Swahili way is because it looks nice and also sweet when you pronounce it in Swahili. And we are here to ziba pengo zote that exists in the community.
Thank you for that clarification. Today, our theme or our topic is going to be household economic strengthening. So Mercy, what do you understand, or what is the meaning of household economic strengthening?
So these are various interventions that we use to help the community improve their economic status. So the main goal here is to ensure the community beats poverty, and also they are also able to meet their needs.
The program is household economic strengthening. What does it entail?
Yeah, so here at Ziba Pengo, HES, that is Household Economic Strengthenings, entails three major activities. Number one, we have the savings. Number two, we have financial education. And then number three, we have income generating activities.
You've talked about three things there. That is saving, financial, and income. Kindly elaborate there.
Yeah, so in terms of savings, this is where we now group the community members, like now the caregivers of our beneficiaries, because from our last time's talk, we said we dwell so much into children, youths, and teenagers. So where they come from, they have caregivers. So what we do to the caregivers, we put them in groups, then we train them on how they can do proper savings that will enable them to take loans, and their savings will also be able to generate some interest for them, so that at the end of the day they will get more than what they got, and then through those the loans that they take, they are also able to do things that will help them improve their economic status. Number two, I have talked about financial education. So this is where we now train the community, or we train our caregivers on how to use the finances that they have wisely and effectively, because at times you can give someone money, then they go misuse that money, come again tomorrow, you give them the same amounts, then again they go waste them. So what we do, maybe before giving out money, or maybe before they spend what they have, we train them so that at least they know how to use the money that they have wisely. Number three, we've talked about income generating activities. This is where we engage them in activities that can be able to give them extra income at the end of the day.
Wonderful. Now we know that. But Mercy, if I may ask you, why did you come up with this kind of program? What made you? I know you're not the only one, but you're the person behind this one. What made you to come up with this kind of program? Yes.
Yeah, so this program is very, very critical because we really want the households to be stable enough to also to be able to take care of their families. That's why now we tulisema, why don't we come up with HES so that at least HES will now look into ensuring these communities are never vulnerable again. So the level of vulnerability will at least go down a little bit. So that's the main reason why we came out with this, so that at least that person who is now being termed as poor can also uplift their lives, and then at least they can be able to live in the middle class level.
Yes, thank you for that. Mercy talked about HES. I know somebody is wondering, what is this HES? We are still talking about household economic strengthening. Do you have a target group, or there's your program capture all the groups?
So generally we target the vulnerable community. We also target caregivers of our beneficiaries because we want at least our beneficiaries to live a comfortable life back at home. So we target both the elderly and also the single mothers, and also just any member in the community.
Yes, Mercy, when you talk about vulnerable, I know not all will understand this term. Kindly elaborate on what would you mean when you talk about vulnerable people?
So us here at Ziba Pengol, vulnerable simply mean that person who is not able to get various basic needs, like maybe getting 3 meals a day is a problem to them. Also maybe sheltering the children is also not easy for them, because the main goal of every family is to be in a position to provide everything that their children or maybe the members of the families who depend on them need, like the basic needs in the community. So those are the people that we target. Also by vulnerable we mean the elderly people who are now not in a position to do everything by themselves. And then we also have the youths who are majorly affected, the adolescents. They are majorly affected because number one, at times they lack the information. Then number two, they do some of the things without knowing the repercussions or maybe the dangers behind whatever they are doing.
Wonderful. Is there anyone who has benefited from this kind of program?
Yeah, so currently 10 have benefited from our household economic strengthening. That is in terms of putting up income generating activities. Like now we have tried to install for them the modern gardens, where now they can directly get vegetable from there, then resell them at their kiosk or the vibandas, that is the mamambogas. Number two, we have trained quite a number of groups, like we've trained 20 groups on the savings and loaning. So you find out that now, after getting all the knowledge and also all the trainings, all the tools they need, they are now able to save effectively, loan themselves, improve their businesses, and that will now enable them to improve their families. We've also trained a number on entrepreneurship skills, so that at least anytime they start business, then they have at least knowledge on how to run their businesses well and also be able to grow and improve their businesses.
Wonderful. So you can just highlight for us some of the achievement you've made or the goals you've made with your program.
Yeah, so the achievement we've made, I have just mentioned some of them. We have been able to install the modern gardens, that is the SAC garden, to members of the community, and now they are now able to put food on the table, be able to dress their children, and also be able to pay their children's school fees. We have also trained a number of people who are now, they are also trainers. They can also go into some of these groups and train them on how to do healthy savings and loanings. Currently, again, we have a class that is ongoing. We are training youths on the VSLM methodology, that is the savings and loading methodologies. We are also training them on the entrepreneurship skills, because you never know, at times they might want to start something before they join school. So if they start these things having the knowledge, then chances of them being successful is very high. We have also managed to reach out to some of the elderly people in the community, just to at least have time to chat with them, keep them company. Yeah.
Yes, Mercy, kindly, what are some of the challenges you've encountered with at Ziba Pengo while running this kind of program?
Yes, so we have various challenges that we have encountered. Number one challenge, so many people are reaching out and they want us to help them out, maybe in terms of introducing something to do with income generating activity to them. But at times we lack funds to reach out to all of them, because some of them are quite far away. Because now, being that our main goal is to end poverty, goal number 2, we want to have zero hunger around our communities. So we at times have challenges, the financial challenges with us. And number 2, we at times lack the materials that we use to come up with these income generating activities, because basically we are trying to recycle waste in order to make them useful for the community. So at times getting some of these waste materials are not easy. Number 3, at times we might lack, just like I said, the majorly need the materials and also the finances that we need to effectively run the program.
Mercy, when we are just still doing about these challenges, you talk about material. What kind of this material?
Yes, so the materials that basically we use here at Ziba Pengo, number 1, we use the sacks, the used sacks, like the cement bags, and also just generally the sacks. And then number 2, we use waste plastic, like maybe someone might have a broken plastic somewhere. Some of these people just dump them, and these are harmful to the community. So we are calling upon maybe organizations who are also engaged in waste recovery. If you get the materials like the waste plastics or the sacks, you can just give us a call, so that at least we can be able to use them well and be able to at least feed a family using the same. And then also we are just calling upon the constructors, so that at least immediately you finish with the cement bags, then you can just reach out to us. We can pick them and be able to reuse them.
Wonderful, wonderful. At least now somebody will know the kind of materials now you're talking about. So we end it, Mercy, but before we end it, kindly, we've talked about some of the challenges, but here is a case. Now we want to know, in case there's some of the measurement you've put in place to ensure that there's your program called Household Economic Strengthening last forever, not just end because of this such kind of challenges.
Yeah, so we want the household economic strengthening to last, because number 1, it is going to help families to live healthily, because that is our main slogan. We want healthy behaviors amongst the people in the community. So number 1, for them to have that healthy life, they need to have food. They also need to have the basic needs that they might need in their households. So that is the main reason why we are really championing for this, so that at least our community or the families can always live healthy lives. And this one we cannot do it alone. That was we always call upon various individuals to come and also support whatever we are doing, so that at least we are able to reach quite a number of people at the end of the day. And in line with that, we want to reach out to anyone who might want to help in any way, be it donating for us the materials that we always use to make the dream come true, or maybe you want to do a financial donation so that at least we can reach to as many elderly people in the community, as many widows around the community, and also as many single parents in the community to help them at least be able to put food on their table and take care of their families effectively.
Yes, Mercy, as we are coming to the end of our show today, kindly give us your final remarks. Maybe in case we left something, you can clarify it.
Yes, so what I would love to add, I would like to urge the public to support a household with even at least a sack, 5 sacks of vegetables, because if you do this, then you are going to be able to feed that family for close to 1 year, because vegetables, if well managed, then they can go for a long time. So that means you are going to be able to save some lives by doing that. So here at Ziba Pengo, for us to install 1 sack with the vegetables, we do it at 150 shillings, and this is the cost breakdown. Number 1, the cost will include seedlings. It will include also the cost of getting the materials that we use, and then the cost will also include transport and also labor for people who will help us with the installation. And in each sack we are going to put 3 seedlings. So that means if it's sukuma wiki, then per sack we are going to have 3 seedlings of sukuma wiki. So at the end of the day, if you install for someone 10 sacks, then that means that person will have 30 sukuma wiki behind their backyard, and this will enable them to be able to feed their family for quite a long time. And maybe, for example, if this person is a mama mboga, then they will be able to also resell the same vegetables and earn some income out of it. We also urge the public to support us, because we have quite a number of programs. We also have a program by the name Lishe Shuleni. This is where we are reaching out to schools. We are also trying to fight hunger in schools, so that at least even the vulnerable learners in those schools are able to get something to bite at the end of the day. Again, we are also at least requesting Kadibo Sub-County to also come out here to also be able to work together with us, so that with all the programs that we have, we are going to be able to feed the community, and then at the same time we are going to be able to manage the environment by collecting this waste and then reusing them to come up with something that is useful for the community.
Yes, what Mercy is trying to say is that together we stand, divided we fall. With such kind of programs, they cannot stand alone, but with your support, they can do it.
Thank you once again for hosting me today. So to find us, you can follow us on our social media pages, that is Facebook, LinkedIn and Instagram at Ziba Pengo Initiative. You can also get us through our phone number 07 14 14 6940, or you can email us at zibapengo@gmail.com.
Follow us in all our social media platforms at Chembo Media, and don't fail to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Chembo Media. I've been your host, Peter Chieng. Till next time on Wednesday, same time.